Something's wrong in Mushroom Village!
This is Doc Phoenix back with all Mario's Mario Party, and something's wrong in the Mushroom Bank. So we've finished all of the standard stages, even Bowser's Magma Mountain, and we have the 100 stars, and we've got all of these mysterious footprints, and the vault is shattered, and the floor is broken, and there's a note.
I've got all your stars! If you want it back, come to the warp pipe!
Come to the warp pipe after lunch if you want a gas kicking!
And that's it, that's the bank. It's just, the vault has been smashed
the bank
through the
which was
floor.
useless before continues to be useless.
If you go back to the bank immediately afterwards, though, they've already fixed it up.
Oh, good job.
But if you talk, you've got no stars!
0 stars.
Bowser stole your stars! Quick, go to the warp pipe and get them back!
We'll do that right away.
It's very important to have stars in our bank!
Anyway,
No
can we
items were
withdraw
stolen, though.
What?
No items were stolen, though.
Oh, yeah.
And the shop is fine. There's nothing stolen here. We
Okay.
can still buy our lucky box and empty it out.
Okay.
And they're all out now.
Just do some banking real quick.
Some shopping, we've emptied the store out. We have to. I'd also like to point out that there is a wanted poster for Bowser in the shop. You can't, look at it clearly, but you see it when you pass by over the side. Anyway, you go into the pipe, and there's a new map here, Eternal Star, and it's the only map you can choose.
Weird?
Weird choice for this ostensibly party game.
Yeah.
Secretly, I suspect that this game is not really a party game.
Not a game
It's
that
a
you
weird... It's like a weird plot-based thing with a party game as its core mechanic, but it's not really. Anyway, this is Eternal Star. There's a giant star, and it's broken into pieces and covered in graffiti.
play in crayons.
Giant crayons, which were presumably used on the graffiti. And hey, there's Bowser in the background. Koopa Troopa rides in on a meteor.
I'm your guide to this destroyed
Here we
wasteland.
are, on a giant star. The star was broken up by Bowser, and he even wrote graffiti all over it.
Okay.
This cannot be permitted. If I ever lay eyes on Bowser, why I'll... Bowser!
Long time no see. I am Bowser, back from the fire. I come bearing no grudges. I've scattered all those precious stars you've collected.
That's...
If you want to put this big star back together again, you'd better try and get back all of your stolen stars.
okay.
But to get around this broken star, you must use warp machines that I made. There's no other way. Can you figure out the warp pattern?
What are you?
You won't even find Toad here. To get a star, you must defeat my cohorts.
Okay.
Be very afraid! Come, my cohort!
Cohort.
Cohort?
Isn't he frightening? This is my cohort, Baby Bowser. Okay, cohort, the rest I leave to you.
So is this the first appearance of Baby Bowser, the baby
So-
Bowser?
This... Bowser's cohort, Baby Bowser. This is not a thing that is related to Bowser. This is not Bowser's child. This is not Bowser as a child. This is a weird little, I don't fucking know what it is. It's Bowser's cohort. It's like these weird... I think they're kind of like the Koopalings.
Okay.
But, no,
The
this is...
Bowserling.
Yeah. So, the Bowser, the Baby Bowser thing is our guide. We don't have Koopa Troopa. He's flying off in space forever now. Whoever gets all the stars back is the Eternal Star. but that's impossible.
Ha ha ha.
And as they said, instead of Toad, we've got baby Bowsers. There are 7 baby Bowsers across the map. Instead of a single star space, there are 7 of them.
Uh-huh.
And if you want a star, you must defeat the baby Bowsers.
So, how do you defeat a baby Bowser?
You'll see in just a moment. First off, here's what we've got on our map. We've got, weird split places. We've got these warps. Here's the overview. It's all broken chunks. As Bowser said, the only way to get around is to use the warps. You can see the 7 star spaces scattered around. Here's the closer view of things. On our start space, we've got a split to these 2 warps. You might think that the wires between things indicate where the warps go. No. There are there are 3 different possible warp patterns that there can be. Which one there is chosen at random, and you can work out what it is. It will stay consistent. So, you know, if you can see what things are going where and remember them, then you'll know where things go. But there's all these different places, and as a quick note, like the graffiti is all like the different things from the different maps that Bowser does to you, like the Bowser Tube, and there was the gold idol that he makes you buy, and the Bowser Cake. And there's one of the warps takes you across the warp, and it goes to the place. Now, when you encounter a baby Bowser,
Yes.
as with Toad, you need to have at least 20 coins. So, don't have 20 coins, you don't have what it takes to get a star, piss off. You do have 20 coins, you've got what it takes. Do you want to bet 1 star?
But if you don't, you're betting coins, not stars.
Well, you're betting his star.
Ah.
It's a battle. The person who gets the biggest number wins.
27.
You look pretty weak, so you only get a block with only 8, 9, and 10 on it. So you have to do a roll-off. You'll get a block with 8, 9, and 10. Baby Bowser gets a block with 1 through 10. If you get the higher number, you win the star. So yeah, hey, that's seems like it's likely that you'll win, but no. If you win the roll-off, you don't get a star. So in this map, you reach the star spot and you pay 20 coins for the possibility of maybe getting a star if the game wants to give it to you.
Remember how when I complained about how the randomness is kind of bad?
Yep. It just gets worse as the game goes on. That was the least random map that we played on. But
Yeah.
when you beat him, you do, in fact, get the star.
And Mario laughs over defeating a baby.
Once you get the star, that star space is no longer there. It's replaced with an exclamation space, as is normal with getting a star. Also, as a note, if you lose the roll-off, when you already have stars, you lose 1 star because you're betting a star.
You're paying money to bet a star.
Yeah. So you reach a star space and you pay money for the chance of maybe getting progress, maybe losing progress. And if you take the warp that happens to lead you to Bowser, because you didn't know where the warps go.
Amazing! You made it all this way! Oh, I praise you from my soul! You really are one lucky chap! Lucky because I, Bowser, will steal a star from you! Ah! Ha! 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 Ha!
That's a weird laugh.
See you later! You can go back to start!
And you can just command the teleporter to send you back to start. Also, when you reach Bowser, he changes the direction of all the warp machines, so he'll switch which warp course you are on. He at least tells you this is warp course 3. You don't know what warp course you start on. As I said, there are 3 warp courses. So, you can... After Bowser changes it up, you can use that to determine which course number is what directions, and kind of figure out from there. Also, if you land on a question mark space, he sends everybody back to start. As a note, the way that the warps work, some of the islands are always like 2 to 3 warps away from start. So, it's a pain in the ass to get to them. Especially if you keep getting sent back to start. It took me so long to get this, where you clear all 7 stars. Because if you clear all 7 stars, dang, you guys are pretty tough. And it reloads the 7 stars in the same spots from the beginning.
Oh, that's
and that it'll keep going until the turns are out as normal. But it's just, you know, you get the 7 star spots. As you collect the stars, those spots will stop being stars until all 7 are collected, and then they all come back. This map doesn't have, like, doesn't have Toad, so it doesn't have someone.
Get back here?
Yeah, I don't know what Koopa Troop is doing here as our guide. He shows up with the 5 turns left thing as well to give his prediction. So I guess he managed to find his way back.
He rode his shell through space.
I mean, he may have caught another meteor and found his way back with that. I don't know. I mean, I'm glad. Koopa Troopa, the Koopa Troopa named Koopa Troopa, is not a bad guy.
Not really.
Speaking of Koopa Troopa, the Koopa Troopa named Koopa Troopa, I realized this is not the first game where he appeared. He was also in Super Mario Kart and Mario's Tennis. I had originally thought that was just like a generic Koopa Troopa, but really it's
Just Koopa Troopa,
the Koopa Troopa named Koopa Troopa. Anyway, the princess has defeated Bowser by collecting enough stars.
Let's see Bowser get his comeuppance.
Now, I don't know why exactly we want to reassemble this giant star. Let's launch Bowser into space, though. That's worth it. And now we have a giant star. Maybe the star is composed of the 100 stars that we got.
Well, warp
Anyway,
speed.
it takes us off on a ride at warp speed through space. Goodbye forever.
But Mario Galaxy isn't for several years. And once more, the only loser is Bowser.
Yep. And that was the last actual map of Mario Party. Mario is sad.
Is he sad because the party's over, or
I mean,
because he lost at a game of random chance?
both, probably? So, I probably should have skipped over a lot of this. I thought we might have more to say about the map and the fact that it's over. But
I'm just glad it's over.
except it's not exactly. Like, okay, the story is over, but there's some more things to show.
Oh god.
There'll be a few more videos.
Few more?
So these are the credits.
Okay.
The ending, because we beat the story, so now there's an end credits
the
roll.
story of this party game.
Yeah.
This board game.
Got the stars in the bank come out and shine around the village. And it's this spooky, sort of celestial, ominous noise. The stars launch off into space and coalesce into one shining spot of pure energy. And here's the credits.
Mario Party staff.
This song, for whatever reason, has always stuck in my head. Ever since I first heard it as a kid, it like, every so often, it'll just pop back up in my mind. This is, for some reason, the most memorable video game song ever for me. I don't know why. It's a good song,
Okay, but
but for whatever reason,
did you, like, hear
I
it
don't know.
very often, or...?
no! I didn't. Not that I can remember, at least. I think it just, I don't know, maybe I was just really happy finishing Mario Party as a kid. And it was just
I'm done playing Mario Party! Woo!
I mean, I enjoyed Mario Party as a kid. I liked it. It's a thing that was fun.
How many people did you play with on average?
None.
That's what I thought.
It was usually me or me and my brother. But, yeah. Then again, when I was a kid, I wasn't trying to play the entirety, 100%ing it as fast as possible. Like, that's definitely something that's, made it less enjoyable for me this time around, was that I just wanted to get through it and get done with it for the series.
Yeah.
Move on. So, I spent 30 hours mostly letting it play itself for grinding.
Everyone in these credits is a star.
Yep. But not a superstar.
No, they just have a star next to their name.
I wonder if there's 100 of them. Hey, there's the red Koopa Trooper from the minigame island. I think his name is also Koopa Troopa.
Just like that Boo's named Boo.
No, that's just a generic Boo.
Oh.
There's a lot of them. There's one, possibly two on each stage. Also, Bowser's here.
In space.
He's riding on a star and he's just happy. He's fine. Everything's fine. There's the minigame house Toad.
Goodbye forever, minigame house Toad.
His name is Puff. There's one of the bankers. I can't tell if that's Porta or Bello.
Goodbye forever, we'll never see you again.
And there's the other one. There's the item shop Toad who doesn't have a name. He's the only shopkeep who just doesn't have a name.
Item seller.
There's Fun Gus, who commands time and space. He has the button that will erase your save data.
Ah. Charles Martinet. Hooray for technical support, Goomba.
So, my take on this game. I mentioned I was going to discuss the story, what's actually happening in this. So, you know, everyone got together for this party, and they argue about being the superstar, and I guess Toad came up with the idea of, you know, being a superstar means going out and, like, solving problems and being a hero.
Right.
So let's all find a bunch of problems. You know, we've got all of these power stars that clearly aren't actually protecting the castle like we thought they would. So let's use the star power to solve problems for people and help people out. So he solicits all of the partygoers for ideas on what to do to solve problems, what problems to help with the stars. So everyone's kind of selfish because they're, of course, Donkey Kong decided he wanted to use star power to find an ancient Kong family treasure that had been lost for ages, the golden bananas. Mario, at some point, I guess, found this flying castle and wanted to make it pretty with a rainbow.
Probably from many of his adventures with the flight cap.
Something like that.
Robot.
The princess just wanted to decorate for her birthday party. Because she's a fucking tyrant. Yoshi genuinely had people that he wanted to help out. Two Yoshis that were slightly separated by whirlpools.
Yep.
That I guess couldn't come together. They had problems. Luigi had this weird engine room that he found mysteriously on adventures, I guess. I don't know when Luigi had adventures.
Yeah.
But he found this engine room and he saw it and he wanted to fix it up. He wanted to see what it was for.
Right.
And then Wario, I think...
The most altruistic person of them all decided to use star power to stop war.
We are the superstar.
We are the superstar.
We are the one superstar.
Wario, my assumption, what I see here, Wario has been war profiteering off of these Bob-ombs in their conflict. He's been selling them munitions, but they're out of money. So he needs them to make peace, so they can rebuild their economy, so that they have money for him to take again. And then after they solve all of those problems, they decide, Bowser's been annoying, let's go beat up Bowser.
And so they did.
And they did, and then Bowser stole the stars, and then we beat up Bowser some more in space.
And his baby cohorts.
And that's the end of the story. That's the whole story of Mario Party.
There is no more Mario Party.
Except for the non-story parts, which we'll see tomorrow. See you then.